Hi. 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 How is everyone doing? I am definitely not muted today. Good. Good. Thank you, Callus, for resetting all the things. Hi, Atticus. Hey, Andy. Tata-chan. Hello. Hi, Metal. How's everyone doing today? As you can see, we are we are letting chat eat cake today. As we paint Fulgrim. So that's exciting. How's everyone doing? Not the full view of Fulgrim's cheeks. I mean, I mean, well, we're gonna be painting Fulgrim today, okay? I needed to get some clickbait on the go. I'm not muted. I'm definitely not muted, Metal. You can't prove I'm muted. I'm not muted. Chat, tell me I'm not muted. Don't gaslight me. It's all like I've already checked the settings. Wow. It's a snack. It is a danger noodle. It is a danger noodle. The most dangerous of noodles. So we didn't prime him until this morning. I think we did a pretty decent job with the Xanathol priming. Her mouth is moving, but all you hear is background music. What? No. No, there's no way. Okay. Am I being fucked with? I swear to God. Okay, how's that? Zenithas priming. Fuck, you guys are gaslighting me into thinking I'm having scuff when I'm not having scuff. Fuck you. God. I haven't even started anything yet. There's gonna be plenty of scuff. You don't need to, like, make me think I'm having scuff when I'm not having scuff. God. Much better. I literally did nothing, Tags. Wow. I mean, I didn't not just do anything. I just switched the channel and then switched it back to how it was before. Zenithas priming. Yes, technically. So I'm going to be using, speaking of Zenithas priming, the reason I've done this is because I'm using this Zenishade paint. Is how I'm going to paint all the scales and whatnot. Is how I want to paint all the scales and whatnot. God, this stuff just keeps going on forever. So I've got this masking putty. I would like you to separate, please. I'm going to mask off all the bits around the scales. Because I want to paint those differently. So I'm going to start out by just masking off all the bits that need masking off. But it's so stretchy. Like, it's so hard to separate out bits of this putty. I'd never actually used this stuff before. I know, tell it, like, I tried to use it and then I didn't configure out. Hi, Haru. What's up, little cat? Atticus, how are you doing? I said hi before, but I'm guessing I might have actually had scuff and you couldn't hear. Turbo Dork goes hard. You used it on your shock jump dragsters and people always compliment them. I'm glad that you all... Hey, Char. Hi. Hi. So, I'm going to mask off the Snussy. I need to figure out how I'm going to mask this off, though. I've never used Turbo Dork paints before, so I'm kind of curious as to how they're gonna play with everything else that I plan on doing. There's gonna be a lot of inks used tonight, chat. A lot of inks. Okay, I'm just gonna cover up his bussy, and then just line the rest of him. They're supposed to be painted over black bases though. No, that's the color shift paints that they do. Zenny Shift are meant to be primed over white and black zenithals. So the idea is that it's going to be darker. It's not going to color shift in the same way that the other color shifts do. It's going to be darker in the Tiger gooing the snake. Yes. We are gooing the snake. So the idea is that the Zenny shifts are greener. This particular Zenny shift is meant to be greener in the shadows and blue, or it's bluer in the shadows and then greener on the white bits. Is my understanding of it, I think. Wow, I've been bonked. It's not a horny stream. Cover up what his mama gave him. I'm literally covering it up. I'm covering it up, chat. Don't ban me, Twitch. Don't ban me. This is art, okay? This is art, okay? We're doing art tonight. We are doing an art, okay? Don't at me. This isn't goon material. It's not. I promise. I mean, maybe it is, but it's still art. Wow. It's a snake, okay? It doesn't count as porn. It's a snake. It's a snake, okay? It's a snake. That's my defense, and I'm sticking to it. Snakey snake. Yeah. I need someone to post that meme on you know, that I'm a snake meme. Or I don't know, it's a clip from some show or something, and it's really fucking delirious. Okay. Now there's a lot to. You know what? Fuck it. No, I seebs with this airbrush nonsense. I'm just gonna brush it because you can use a brush with this paint. I'm just gonna brush it. Otherwise, I'm gonna be here forever just trying to mask it off. I can't. I CBA waiting. I'm an impatient person. I know I'm gonna need a lot of this to cover all of these scales as well. Atticus, I will give you the bean. One momento. I'm gonna need a lot of this paint. Also, we're using the new Servo Skull palette. I was using it earlier. Also, you can see some of the things I was working on earlier in the day. Saddest, coolest, and also somehow most pathetic Primarch in the house. He's a good egg. He just, he lost his way a little bit. I don't know how much I'm supposed to thin this paint. Or if I even need to thin it, because it's like... It's got this weird color shifting stuff in it, and I don't know what the right way of using it is. Also... chat. Very important. Chat. I also am not sure about how the camera focuses. Don't be on autofocus. Okay, let me move this to where I'm going to paint it. Yeah, I think that's a good focus level. Okay, let me get you your bean. A bean for chat. Okay, let's start with the painting. Snack egg hatched, yes. There's a bit of me that wonders if I should actually do a little pin wash on all these scales just to get a bit more black. I'm going to try it here for now, just on the lightest part. But what I might do down the line is really thin out some deep blue ink and go over this with that. I put this glove on because I was actually planning on doing something, but what I can't remember. Well, I was planning on using the airbrush. Yeah, that's it. I am still going to use the airbrush later, just not right now. I'm going to use that on some metallic stuff down later on. You'd always do the old wash chop on the scaly bits, just slap the wash over it. And yeah, you am that bitch who will use speed painting techniques on 150. There's nothing wrong with using speed painting techniques on expensive models. But for this guy, we are going to use some speed painting techniques in bits.
Holy! You look at the size of them!
Jichuan just subscribed for 2 months.
Thank you so much, Chicken, for the 2 months. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. I hope that you're well. We painting a snack today. So I'm going for a slightly different version of Fulgrim to what everyone else seems to be doing. So I read the design article about Fulgrim, and I really liked the idea of them leaning more towards making him a bit more like a Leviathan, like leaning into like the more aquatic themes of Slanesh with the whole crab claws and things like that. And I just kind of liked that. So I wanted to give him a more aquatic color palette with lots of greens and blues. He's going to be a lot busier than the rest of the Emperor's Children models I've got. And I'm also going to do him with the same purple armor tints that I've had for the rest of my Emperor's Children. Just so that there's some uniformity in that regard. But still, I'm really liking this effect already. I need to do another coat later on. You can't just do one thick coat. I can definitely see why they recommend it. But you can see how like it goes from like blue on the darker bits to green. I think it's a great little paint. Never used Turbo Dork paints before. They're a good time. They're a good time. I'm wondering what color I should do the fins in, but I think we'll leave that till we figured things out a little bit more. Ooh. Wick that bit of paint away in a second. Bugger, I'm going to need to paint over that. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, definitely going to need to paint over that. Hey, Callus! I don't know if you're here. I'm good. I've had a very chill day. Like a very chill day. I would have been here a little bit sooner, but I had to cook dinner and we had to go to the shop because when I was about to cook dinner, I realized, hang on, we're missing some things that I need. So, yeah. I'm very excited to see how our Fulgrim is going to look at the end. I wasn't sure about doing a Zenithal highlight, honestly. I was gonna originally... I was originally just going to... Are these fins or scales? I was originally just going to use a makeup sponge to stipple on the levels. But then I thought, you know what? No, I've got a rattle can. I just do that. Just do that. Nice and simples. I'm kind of sad that all the competitive Warhammer 40k armies for Emperor's Children are basically all the exact same list. Like, we're missing so many data sheets, and it's really annoying. Like, there's like one good way to play the faction, and I just think it's kind of mid. Wow. Is this cloth? So I know these are armor plates. But what are these? I need to quickly have a check at reference. How about turquoise for the fins? Speaking of which, well, I was going to start with a fluorescent blue for the main thing and then gradually deepen it down. So turquoise is on the cards. Turquoise is on the cards. But you had to take your notebook apart because the fans were clogged. Oh, God. That's okay, Callus. I saw you were here before the stream and you did all the reset stuff. Like, I got on to change the stream title and then I saw you there. Thank you so much for coming in and doing that, by the way. I appreciate you. You are our best being. See, the way these are close together, it makes me think that these are actually scales as well. So I think we're just gonna paint them as such. And I was thinking metallic would work for all the scales because, like, when you look at fish, they're very much like, and you look at some scales in nature, they very much have this metallic kind of aesthetic to them, despite the fact that they're not metal. So I feel like doing this kind of makes it look, and it's also a bit iridescent. So I was thinking, you know what? This actually makes a lot of sense. This works as part of the whole Leviathan aesthetic, I think. I think that's cloth. God, I wish it would be. I need to quickly check a reference. I want to quickly check a reference so that I know I'm confident in how I want to place my colors. God, I don't know what you should paint while listening to your stream. What's the first thing you see? Paint that. Or what's at the top of your paint queue? Do you have another Grombidol? Lol. Okay, so I've knocked something over. I can't see what it is though, so it can't be that bad. Oh no, it was Miku. Not the Miku you guys can see, but a different Miku. She keeps falling off her stand. Punk gonna do a pounce, watch out. Oh. Punk here with the steel chair, lol. Right, if you go until 3 AM again, lol. You do have another Grombin doll. That's hilarious. You cannot escape the Grombin doll. This is a fact. Yeah, so I'm looking at the official guide, and it's like everything from here down is like scales, from what I can see. I think this is meant to be cloth. It feels like cloth. It looks like cloth, but at the same time, it's kind of just there. I wish they had like more varied angles. Okay, yeah, no. So we've got some fins here. So I think yeah, we'll use these as fins with all the spiny bits. Yeah, that's what I think it is because there's little spines in them. Whereas these bits more. Actually, no. We'll do this as. I don't know though. It's very difficult to like. It's very difficult to really figure out. Well, we'll figure it out eventually. Even if we aren't 100% sure right now. Hey, fungi. If you're willing, Tiger, you can post a pic of your desk in Discord and you pick something to paint on it. Okay. I will have a look. I will have a browse and help you decide what to paint. So I'm thinking after this, when we finished all the spines, possibly do a second coat. Oh no, I'm on the wrong side. I'm on the wrong side. I guess you're petting the snake. Lol. Wow. I'm sure he's fine with that. God. I'm on the wrong side for that. I forgot. I forgot. Would you like me to pat the cat? She is just snoozing. The cats have been very sleepy today. Except for when they wanted to fight earlier. That was annoying. Okay. Oh, bugger. That's fine. I will just go over that later. I think I'll do this bit as a scale as well, actually. Just because I think it'll look nice. I'm be using a lot of paints I don't normally use on this stream. Mostly because I really want this guy to stand out. I mean, he's a Primarch. He should stand out, right? It's nice to have silent fans again. I am glad. You've posted in the general chat. Let's have a look, Catachan. I've been bonked. I can see the mod chat. Do the thing, Metal. I don't want people making people uncomfortable. And if that person keeps... Jesus Christ, that's a lot. Oh my god. Do you have just a Tupperware box full of miniatures? How many of these are just half painted? Oh my god. Oh my god. I thought I was bad. Holy shit. Well, I see some Cataphracti Terminators, and I love Cataphracti Terminators. So you should paint those. And also finish that Dreadnought, that Leviathan Dreadnought on the left while you're at it. And the Ballistus Dreadnought I see behind the monitor, tucked away there. And the Death Company Dreadnought on the other side of the monitor. Jesus Christ. There's so many blood. Finish your Blood Angels. But yes, Cataphracti to start. Hey, Phantom. How you doing? I'm not apologizing to anyone for the very cute Blue Eyes White Dragon. Yes. Yes, I think this Blue Eyes White Dragon gives everyone a lovely view. Really. God. How you doing, Phantom? It's lovely to see you, as always. You having a nice day? I hope so. What blue is that? This is Turbo Dork Twin Suns, which is a metallic that is blue and green, and it changes depending on how dark it is underneath, and it has a little bit of a color shift. I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but I can see a lot of changes in the colors. It's really nice, honestly. But yeah, in the darker bits, it should be a bit more blue, and on the lighter bits, it should be a bit more green. Or is it the other way around? I can't remember, honestly. But it's a paint called Twin Suns by Turbo Dork. It looks very scaly. Fulgrim is coming together nicely. Yeah, we only just started. He can't be coming together nicely already. Wow. We've literally just started. We're probably going to take at least 2 streams to finish him. I honestly, as I've been like working on my Emperor's Children, and the more I think about it, I'm probably not going to have my army ready in time for that tournament. But like, there's another one in June. That one I can almost certainly have my army ready for. Also, there are a lot of scales. This is going to take a long time. Like, just doing this bit. And I'm not just doing this color. I'm gonna do some ink washes over it. Then maybe a little dry brush of, like, silver on the very edges. Just to get a little bit of extra sparkle as we deepen the contrast. I'm also going to use the same color on the little crab tail bit here, which you can't see. You can't remember if you ever posted your Blood Angels art? You didn't. I have seen some Blood Angels you've done before, though. But you've never posted the full army, I don't think, Katajan. Is it for Horus Heresy or 40k? Snake Grim on the move. Hey, Comet. He do be. This is gonna take so long to actually do, though. I'm really liking this color, though, on the scales. I just think it's really pretty. I'm loving all the different, like, green and blue hues we get when I turn the model ever so slightly. Hey, Strap, how you doing? It's lovely to see you. I was doing a little lurk earlier, but then I had to go and do stuff. Wow. How are you today? Okay. Just go through. I might put some slime on Fulgrim, like he's got a little snail trail when I base him. I might do that. You know, the same goop I use on the Plague Marine stuff, but only I'm not going to color it. I'm just going to, like, leave it transparent. What kind of goop would it be, chat? Only your headcanon can decide. This is looking really good. We've only just started. We've only just started. It can't be looking good. I mean, it's a very nice color. I am very happy with this choice of color. I was looking for, like, an iridescent paint for, I was looking for an iridescent paint for it. And, I'm very happy this is the paint I found. I went through literally just looking at loads of different online digital color tests, and I was just like, this is the only one that made me think, maybe I can do this in the way I thought I could. All the others just kind of looked a bit like whatever, you know? Is that gold? Yes, that's a chain. Okay, I'm gonna leave that and then paint over that down the line. It's gonna take such a long time to get finished. With just this bit as well, like, we've got so much more to do. So much more to do, chat. But we'll get there eventually. Wow, I've been bonked, but why? Hey! Hi! You love turbo dog paints, yeah. The blue and the white go very well together. Yeah, they do. I mean, the white is just like a prime. It's just a Zenithal Prime. So my plan is to water down fluorescent blue with contrast medium, so that it kind of just becomes like a very transparent blue whitewash. And I'm going to do most of the skin with that, is what I'm thinking. And it'll be like this sort of like underlying kind of thing. I might do the wings with that mixture as well. I think that would probably work quite well. Try and do like nice glowy wings. That'd probably look quite cool. And just carefully do some stuff with that. I don't know. Consume liquid and unshrimp. Wow. Okay. Unshrimp complete. Liquid. Oh god. Liquid consumed. You know, I have to say, when you're painting models, it's very hard to have good posture. And I saw a meme about it. And the meme basically goes, if ever you have trouble with your posture, just imagine your nipples fire lasers and you're trying to shoot people in the head. And I thought that sounded ridiculous, but you know, it makes sense in its own weird fucking way, don't you think? Do you not the paint? I didn't the paint water. The paint water is on the really convenient side to reach. My drink is like on the other goddamn side of me. Wow. Though technically the paint water isn't paint water yet. It's just water because I haven't dipped my brush into it. So I could drink from the glass. I don't want to, but I could, and it wouldn't be that bad. A reminder to all of you that all of you you're valid, loved, worthy of love, important, allowed to have emotions and bad days. You don't have to be strong or perfect all the time. You're not broken. I'm so proud of you all for existing. I'm so thankful that you're around. Strap, you're a wholesome egg. Wow. I appreciate that. I hope you know that you're all of those things too. You better. Wow. I'm slightly annoyed by this model, in all honesty. There's a lot of like little tiny gaps that are very difficult to fill. Like even on the official Warhammer painting tutorial, they weren't able to get all of the gaps. And every time I see someone paint Fulgrim, there are just these massive like gaps in the plastic. And I thought I'd gotten all of them done, but like after I primed it, I can kind of see them and it really annoys me, you know? But a lot of people say that's just how some of the larger Games Workshop models tend to be. You just have these tiny little gaps that are just noticeable enough. Just noticeable enough. Red, yes. Sexy Grim. Witness the cake. That's what you're all here for. I know my community. I know you degenerates. It's a really cool model otherwise. I hope we can get something similar for Warp Demon Korax. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Games Workshop lately have just been making really, really fantastic models. So I mean I can't complain really. I still think he's really cool, a really good model. He was absolutely delightful to build. I used a lot of sprue glue on this build to fill the gaps and make sure that there was nothing visible. But even still, like, it's just like mold lines when you think you've got them and you prime the miniature and you see the mold line and it's just like, bruh. I did so well and then suddenly I apparently haven't done well at all. But that's okay. I do wonder if I've made a mistake in starting with metallics, but I don't think it's that big a deal. I think something has frustrated the Ponkler. He's probably playing a video game and getting frustrated. Lol. So you started your homebrew Tyranid Hive Fleet. Ooh, that's cool, Rad. What colors did you go for? Also, I'm thinking I don't know how I want to base Fulgrim. I originally wanted to do like this whole like lava, icy frost kind of ground texture thing for the whole army, but yeah, no, I still think it'd work. I probably will still go with that idea, actually. I think it'll work. I think it'll look great. Probably. If I somehow fuck it up. Unless I somehow fuck it up. But I don't think I will. Not a very complicated idea. Oh, that's cool. Wah! Wouldn't something aquatic be more for this model? Yeah, I like the idea that what I think I might try and do is try and make it look like he's burst out of some ice. So it makes sense for him to be next to the model, next to the rest of the army, but he won't be in the same kind of like environment. You know, I've never done water, so I don't quite know how I'm gonna achieve that. I also wonder if it's not gonna stand out very much. I've never tried to do like a scenic base or anything like that. I usually just go for quite simple, hey, put some texture paste on it, maybe do a wash, do a dry brush. Well, I say this, like, I've only based one squad of Terminators. I've not actually done anything else with the rest of my Emperor's Children. And they're very much a squad of Heresy-era Terminators, like, with no 40k stuff on them. So, I don't know. I don't know, chat. You know, with black skin, and for the scales, it's hard to describe. You sent concept picture. I've also seen some insane scenic bases for most of the Primarchs, honestly. I've not done a scenic base at all, so the idea of doing one for this, I think could work. It feels like a bit of a challenge. A little bit of a challenge. I might enter this into Froggy's tournament when Froggy's painting competition, which is in June. but I don't know if it'll end up entering in the tabletop or the display category. I feel like I'd probably enter it for the tabletop category because I'm not really a display painter. But I would like to push this model a little bit further than most of my usual stuff. Hey, Machine, how you doing? I've seen the new model for Logan Grimnar. He looks amazing. It's a shame he is part of the Space Furry chapter. It really is a shame. You know what I saw, though? I saw a Fulgrim, I can't remember who it was. They do a lot of Primarch kit bashers, and I saw them do a Fulgrim as Demon Vulcan, and they made him into this huge fucking dragon thing, and it looked really cool. Recovering from Cuba, how was it? How was it, Machine? I've heard some mixed things about what happened at this event. Mostly because apparently there was some out-of-character thievery post timeout, which is a shame. If I had money, you would say Tesseract Labyrinth, go. So would you like me to send the images of the funny space bug? I'll have a look at the funny space bug. Rad? Why not? Oh god, oh. Oh, that's going to be a pain to get into. I'm just touching up and make sure I've got some good coverage on all these bits. I'm really liking this blue-green kind of paint though. It looks wonderful. Was it your first? Yeah, there was some OSC thievery in the icy areas. Yeah, that's a shame. But other than that, it was good. I can imagine. It was your first event, wasn't it? So I'm glad you had fun. That's always the important thing. I can't remember, what faction did you end up going with, Machine?
Unacceptable!
Wow. Lions. Good, 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 good. The best faction. I might go at the end of the year, maybe, if I can get the time off work. I probably won't. The House of Stockwood. You're mad. Song, The Surgeon of Morally Grey Mentality. Lol. That sounds like a good time. I'm kind of annoyed with these color shift paints because if you use if you use more standardized mediums and water, apparently it causes really weird effects that make it not do the thing you want it to. So you kind of just have to go in raw unless you buy the right stuff, and I didn't realize that until well, it was too late to buy it before the stream. Well, so I'm just like putting it on straight from the bottle and making sure I spread it out as far as I can before it dries up. Because like you don't always need to have really thin paints as long as you make sure the overall coating is thin. Like, for example, with white, I never thin white because a lot of white paint has terrible coverage, and you kind of need, like, a thick coat sometimes as well. The Butcher of Albion. Lol. I like that. The Fakrudan are generally okay. They're a good crowd, mostly. I think some people give them a bad rap, but I've never met bad members of them. Though I took a Scottish person to LARP and she felt like the Fakrudan were very racist about Scottish people. Because they are literally English people mostly LARPing as Scottish people. Which is probably not the best thing when culturally Scotland is technically a conquered nation. But, you know, that's its own thing. As a Scotsman, you took no offense and loved it. Ah, that's fair then. I think it's all down to like the individual. Like, it's all down to the individual. Some people are a bit more easily offended than others, though. Which I kind of get, but, like, I don't really try and make problems where there are none. But also, it's not just, they're not meant just Scottish, they're meant to be the whole, like, Celtic nations. Including Wales and other places as well. As a Welshman, you would not like to weigh in on this conversation. Understandable, Rad. I have no skin in the race. Oh, I see what you're going for there. It's like black and then slightly dark and then dark blue. It's like true black and then black blue. It's a good look. It's a very good look, honestly. It's a very good look. Okay, I need to get in on this bit now. It really depends if they're being mean-spirited about it. As a French person, you... Oh dear. I think it was more that in that instance that my friend kind of pointed out, it was they were just making fun of Scottish accents and doing bad impersonations, just walking around and joking about how no one could understand them when they were doing it. And it was just like, bruh. I kind of got why she was a bit offended, but yeah. I mean, in fact, lot factions are all just cultural appropriation for the sake of narrative. Or, well, fictionalized cultures inspired by real cultures and various fantasy elements. I kind of like the Scotland... Look, the Scotland Samurai Jack is amazing, okay? In fact, Samurai Jack in general is, like, one of the best pieces of animated fiction ever. Like, hands down. Severely underrated show. I was kind of tempted to stream the Samurai Jack video game that came out a few years ago, but I just could never, like, find... Like, I just always forgot to buy it whenever it was on sale. One day. One day. Well, usually when I've wanted to buy it and it has been on sale, it's been rent due. Lol. Then I've been like, no, I'm not going to buy it again. Besides, I have plenty of games in my thing. You and Lord Death just got more Scottish than what you talked. None could understand us by Monday. That's hilarious. I like that. So which of the 10 nations did you end up joining in the Lions? Or did you end up joining a group? My character at the minute is from Sussex, which is a nice place with beaches and stuff. I'm not a fan of this little bit under here. At the same time, this is not really a bit of the model that you can, like, sub-assembly paint. You kind of have to just go all in. I think, since I've started with metallics, I'm just going to work on all the metallics. Until I've done them all, pretty much. I want to minimize the number of times I have to get up and change the paint water. Okay, I think that's all the scales. I just need to do the little crab claw on the tail. Crab people, crab people. Samurai Jack, A Battle of Time is no longer available on Steam. What? Why? What happened? In art and stuff. When you get a second look at it. You joined House Stockwood, as it's your friend who opened it. On the outskirts of Essex. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. You neighbours. It was removed by Adult Swim. Why would they do that? Was it that bad that they'd take it down? What would cause them to do it? I wonder if it's on GOG. Fucking loved Samurai Jack. Apparently they got all the original voice cast to work on the game as well. And a lot of the same writers. But I loved Samurai Jack. Like, I can't believe it started out with just like 10-minute shorts. It's like I'd come home and I'd watch it. It'd be the thing I'd like be so excited for watching after school. It was such a good show. Like, Yeah, you're just looking into it and it said the game is no longer... That's so shit. Like, bruh. It looked really good as well. It looked really, really good. I will take a look at it, Kato-chan, after I finish this bit here. Okay, so I think it's... I got it wrong. I think it's... The more black it is, the more green it looks. Like, I feel like you might be able to see it a bit more obviously there. Like, the darker it is, the more green it looks. And the brighter it is, the more blue it looks. It's still a really cool effect, though. It's like the inverse of what I thought it was going to be, but that's fine. I think I just misread how it was going to be. If I'd known that, I might have reversed Zenithaled just on the scales. Actually, no, I would have probably just reversed Zenithaled. And then stippled all the other skin tones back up with the makeup sponge. So I wanted the blue originally to be more of an internal color than an external one. But it's too late now. I'm committing to it. But also I think it looks nice, so, you know. It also does mean that I can just use green wash instead of blue wash. Because if I use green wash, then it'll deepen the recesses. Whereas if I use blue wash, it'll kind of just make it blend all together, which is not what I want. So, Callus, regarding what you posted in the Twitch mod chat, I think we've always had a no backseating mod. I think sometimes, except for when I ask for help. I think the issue is some people get very carried away when I ask for help. And then me wanting to try new things, I just end up getting caught up in it. Wow. I will be a bit sterner with that next time we do Expedition 33. Welcome back from at timeout. Okay. Is it airbrush time? I don't really have much in the way I want to airbrush, in all honesty. The only thing I want to airbrush is maybe a little bit of extra silver on some parts of the thing. Just to add a little bit of a highlight in places. Chat, we can either go straight in with some gold, or we can just do the airbrush first. I think I want to do the airbrush first. Just to get it done and out of the way so I don't have to worry about using it later. Yeah, you were about to time that person out several times yesterday because they got really, really pushy about you playing that way. You were kind of pissed off about them giving the spoiler. Yeah, I kind of didn't... it kind of felt like maybe we'd gotten near the end, but I wasn't sure. It just felt like we were in a very long area. I didn't realize we were actually near the end until he said. But, like, it's fine. It wasn't like a story spoiler or anything. So I wasn't upset with it. But yeah, less than ideal. Less than ideal. But they mean well. That's okay. That's okay, Callus. What did you play yesterday? We played Expedition 33. The best game I think I've played in a very long time, and everyone should play it. No debate, no discussion. If you have access to the game, you need to play it. I don't know if you all can hear the compressor compressing away. The nails were screaming in the mind of Callus. Lol, yes. So we're not going to go for that two-tone gold thing that they do. We're going to go for purple, just standard purple. Like Emperor's Children purple. It was a little night haunter on your shoulder telling me to skin the person. Jesus Christ. Haru has cute eyes. Haru is just the cutest little creature. I think she's annoyed. She doesn't like it when I use the airbrush. I think she's annoyed with me. Okay, chat. I think I'm going to do the helmet, like, the helmet face bit in black. And it might look a little bit like a GIMP mask, but I think we're all okay with that, right? It kind of looks a bit like it. Kind of, yeah. No, I'm not going to make any apologies for it. It is what it is. Okay, I don't actually need any more. I don't actually need any more airbrush today. I have airbrushed enough. So I'm just gonna put some. Oh no! Doesn't have any issues until I try and put the airbrush away. Spills airbrush cleaner all over my lap. That's very cold. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. It's very cold, chat. I'm gonna go change my trousers. Full gimp grim. Lol. Oh, that's so cold. Okay, I'll be back in a sec, chat. I have returned. I mean, scuff is more in terms of technical difficulties, Katajan. Goofing is just when I goof and cause problems for myself, lol. That was definitely a goof rather than a technical issue. Oh, Lilycat joined the Discord the other day. I did not realize. Lilycat forgot to grab member. Holy shit. You have three fucking Spartans? What the actual fuck? What is that big fucking block of a tank next to the Leviathans? That Baneblade? Why is all... Oh my god. I mean, that's a fucking amazing collection, Katachan. A Mastodon. Isn't that the name of a band, lol? And a dinosaur. Okay. Well, I don't need this anymore. What do I want to do next, chat? What do we want to do next? I suppose we'll work on the gold. I think the gold is the thing we do next. While we have metallic shit in our paint with gold. It's a good thing that doesn't need to be white. It's only the hair that I need to be white. We're just gonna do all the metallic shit. Because, like, we might as well. We might as well. Do I want to do the gold or the silver first? I think I'm going to do the silver first. And we're going to start with this ionic black metal, which is a paint I have never used before. I love the way ionic paints look. I'm going to use this on the whip and the swords. I've never actually used them before, so we'll just have to see how this goes. Do I have one of my metallic brushes here? That's too nice to be a metallic brush, but I'm going to keep that so I can use it later. Where are my metallic brushes? These aren't my metallic brushes. This is one of my metallic brushes. You know what, I'll just use this one. It's a brick of resin, giant paperweight of a tank of Jesus Christ. This time you're playing absolutely no glue, including the old save, hit load, exploit, lol. Have fun with Skyrim. I've never played Skyrim, so I have nothing to really say about it. I'm gonna start with this very dark metal first. You just hate it when your brush decides, lol, I'm just gonna become a fork now. I really like this black metal color though. It looks very cool. I'm gonna do I'm gonna try and make this look really, really nice. This is meant to be Firebrand, or something that looks like Firebrand. For some reason, I imagine Fulgrim's swords to be curved. Well, aren't you in for a treat, Callus? Because they are. And he also has a whip. This is meant to be a firebrand made by Ferrus Manus. I'm gonna paint these weapons with metallics like they're non-metallics is my goal. That looks pretty even. It's very shiny paint, this Ionic Smart Paint. Looks like the sword of a Daemon Primarch. The straight one looks far too uncorrupted. Well, yeah, it's meant to be a conjuration of Fireblade made by Ferrus Manus. So it wouldn't be corrupted. Oh, I will ploosh the mushroom. Ploosh. Ah, another bean. Okay. You know what, chat? Should I just have this in the background? Just there. Just there, looming over everything. That Fulgrim has the gold to summon a copy of the sword Ferrus made him, bruh. Bitch, he does what he wants. He literally does what he wants. He gives no fucks. I mean, have you met Fulgrim? Like, have you seen him? He gives no fucks. He's like, ugh. Ugh. I fucking love and hate Fulgrim. But that's just the nature of Slaanesh corrupted people, I think. They have a lot of likable personality quirks, but they're also really annoying in their own ways. But they're also incredibly relatable. They're just neurotic and insecure and just want to be appreciated. But they don't know how to appreciate themselves, so they constantly seek that from other people. And it's just, yeah. It's kind of sad, because I feel like the Emperor's Children, of all the legions, I think, are quite probably the most relatable. And I suppose that makes it quite easy to fall to Slaanesh, I think. Oh, bye, Haru. Wow. The floof has abandoned the goof. Wow. You'd hope Fulgrim has PTSD for what he did to Ferris Manors. Like, they were such good brothers. Well, I mean, he did. Like he traumatized himself. Oh, well, he was manipulated by the demon in that was in the sword into doing it. I mean, the whole thing with Fulgrim is that he didn't really have a choice. Corruption was not his choice. He was just, like, manipulated by a demon the entire time. Which I think is why Fulgrim's Primarch soul was able to escape into, Well, from what it seems like, he was able to escape into, demon into Clone Grim. But also, the thing with Primarch souls is they don't truly die. They just become part of the warp again. As, like, their original versions. Like, all the Demon Primarchs, apparently, they died, and then there's a little bit of them. Like, even though they're alive, a bit of them died and lives in the warp. Okay, now while these dry... Oh, wait, no. We still have this to do. There's a little bit of me that thinks, oh, I could really just use a speed paint on this. But then there's a bit of me that's like, no. No. Do traditional painting. Paint this properly, because you actually care about how it looks. You actually want it to be like... Because I'm almost certainly not going to play Fulgrim on the tabletop outside of the local scene. And he'll be in a 1,000-point army and take up, like, most of the army list. And I'll probably lose the games, because my opponents will try to shoot him off the board as soon as they can. And it'll be hilarious. But, like... Also... No. Time to go say hi to Fungi. Okay. Oh, also, I should turn this off. Cat Sag. Big Sag, abandoned by Kato. Okay. I love this whip. It looks very cool. It looks kind of like a spine, don't you think? Just in terms of its overall look. Fingies. Hey, Fito. How you doing? How are you doing? You are, in fact, seeing Fingies. As I paint the whip. I like these Ionic Smart Paints. They just feel very nice to use. They just have something about, like, the way they look as well that I quite like. It does. It feels very smooth and it looks great. Like, the way it catches the light really effectively. I quite like it a lot. hopefully I can get all of the metallics done, and then we can switch to doing something a little bit more traditional. And get back to getting all of the skin done and all that stuff. I've heard they separate a lot, like, on the palette and stuff, but I think that's because I don't think these are meant to be mixed with water. And, like, everyone who says that says they've used it on a wet palette. And I'm just like, I don't think all paints are designed to be used with wet palettes. Because, like, water... Like, while a lot of people mix paints with water, and you can mix paints with water, what it does is it causes the pigment, in some cases, to separate from the medium it binds to. So sometimes paints become very chalky when you thin them with water or use a wet palette. It's the same thing that causes contrast paints when they're on a wet palette to lose some of their like contrast effect. Because as it's water based, it will just unbind the pigment from the medium. I just realized I'm doing all of this off stream. That. Definitely taking a little bit longer than I thought it would for this whip compared to the swords. But then again, the swords are a flat surface. So it's just like, I just shoot from one side to the other and it's easy and it looks good. Real question is, do I stipple or do I brush the brighter silver on the swords? Stipple. 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 I'm going to go back over that with gold later. Also, I have to say, when I need to rinse my brush, this paint comes off, like, so easily. Like, it's really easy to clean your brush with this paint. Yeah, no. Never used this brand before today. Good brand. Big fan. Very easy to use. Very easy to use. Ionic Smart Paints. These might be my new go-to for, like, traditional painting, honestly. I only have a few of the metallics. They don't make... They're not, like, they're not sold in big sets, because they're quite a small company. But the one I only became aware of the other day, and I saw someone saying that they got sent a sample batch for tests, and I saw them use the gold on their Emperor's Children, and I was just like... Even on a crappy video, because let's be honest, the paint quality you see on Twitch is not the same as what I'm seeing with my bare eye. Even on a low quality like YouTube stream that's like not even 1080p, the gold looked amazing, just straight out of the bottle and onto the model in a single coat. Like, I don't know. Ooh. What? Why? Blue Fulgrim. Yes, Pato. Also, Pato! Yesterday, I was literally raiding into you, And then the second my raid went through, your stream ended. I was like, oh, who do I want to raid into? Oh, I see you're playing Claire Obscure too. Let me raid into you, and then you ended stream. Thank you, Callus. I felt so bad. And then I couldn't raid, and then because the raid had gone through, it was weird because the raid had gone through, but it hadn't gone through, so all my viewers had disappeared, but like the stream was still going apparently. You saw that an hour later and felt, don't feel bad, Pat, though. It's just timing. I should have listened. I just saw you were live. I didn't think you were ending because I didn't have any audio on because I was still technically chatting to chat. So I didn't have any audio on Twitch on, so I couldn't hear that you were ending. Wow. But you shouldn't feel bad. It's just timing, you know? Sometimes it be that way. Sometimes it just be that way. Even his whip has a little crab claw. It do be like that sometimes. You had to go out and ended in a rush. Also, you've never seen a reason to borg. You've never need a reason to borg. You know, that's true, Callus. Speaking of borgs, we made more fresh burgers today. I say we made, like, I mixed like 2 packets of beef mince to make burgers yesterday, and then there's just like so many, like there's a mountain of borg meat, chat. We need to get through it before it goes bad. But Ponk doesn't want to get our hands dirty. Doesn't want to like fondle the meat and turn it into like a fucking patty. So I'm the only one that fucking cooks it. Well, so she said she's gonna try tomorrow, which would be kind of. I'm curious to see how that's gonna go. I am curious. Also, I'm excited to hang out with Glacial again tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a fun day. We're just gonna keep pushing Glacial through the campaign mode for Space Marine 2. He's a good egg. Also, his YouTube channel is really nice as well. He doesn't actually stream on Twitch. I don't think he does. It's always a delight to hang out with Froggy. Froggy is a good bean. Might make Borger tomorrow. Borger is a good time. Borger is a good time. Especially fresh made, like handmade Borgers that you do yourself. It's so much nicer than like doing Borg. Oh my god. Look how clean that brush is. All I did was give it one shake and the damn thing is like spotless almost. The staining and the furrow was there before. Like, these paints are delightful. Like, genuinely. From Big Child Creatives, these are like the nicest paints I think I've ever used. Okay. I suppose while the dark metal dries, it's time to go for golds. We're not using copper and bronze. So the color that I saw used that looked really good was just the flat, was the brass color actually, not the gold. But they both look like nice colors. I think the brass might be a little bit brighter than the gold. Hi, Evie. Bye, Evie. You want to be a Lapo Kato? Come on. Cat captured. Get patoed. You can't see this. Getting distracted by a cat. Is it intentional that chat doesn't show up on stream? Or is this scuff? No, I think this is Streamlabs being a bit weird. Hang on. Let me get into Streamlabs. Because the jar isn't showing up either. Oh, my connection token to Streamlabs is timed out. Okay, that should be fine. Chat should come up again soon. As should the jar, hopefully. Let me see. Let me see. Is it not showing up still? Grim. The jar is also broken. The jar should be the jar should be showing up, but it's not. Wow. Yeah, no, this isn't my scuff, chat. This is Streamlabs being shit. This is entirely Streamlabs' fault. It's not mine. I refuse to take responsibility for it. Lol. Ah. Okay. So, how do we want this to go? There's a lot of trim on this, but it's all very... What's the word? I want to say inconsistent. Inconsistent seems right. We have reached War 300. Wow! No. You can't prove it. There are not 300 wars. Impossible. Autocorrect is killing you again. Lick, not luck, link, or anything else. Well, clearly, you have to lick things to claim they're yours, Andy. Well, hey, Nurgle. You've been messing more with Smoke Grenade. Really? How does Smoke Grenade work in Darktide? I'm glad you've been enjoying it, though. I'm gonna quickly go pee and top up my drink, because I'm out of drink. But please do enjoy cake. Lol. I'll be back in a sec, chat. I promise. Oh. cats are in the room, but they are not here. So they stop range. So smoke grenades stop ranged units from shooting if you're in the smoke. You'll have to get closer until down with it. Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah, no, that sounds amazing. Holy shit. No. 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 Okay, you know what? Fuck this. I want to paint the purple armor before I do the gold, chat. I want to paint the purple armor, but that means we kind of also have to do this bit, and then fuck. I need to do this goddamn backpack thing. I need to do it in silver. Oh, what the fuck happened here? Oh, that's annoying. There's a little, like, spurt where the, fucking spray can decided, lol, I'm just gonna spit a bit of fucking paint at the model. That's annoying. I didn't see that before. Oh, well. I will figure it out, chat. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? What's the next stage? I could just do the gold. Fuck it, I'm gonna do the gold. Just gonna do the gold. I'm gonna put the brass and the gold next to each other. Just so I can see what the... They really don't look that different, in all honesty, chat. I think the gold is slightly warmer, but the brass really doesn't look that different. It really doesn't. Huh. Okay, bugger it. I'm just going to use the brass, because I know the brass is a very nice color that I like. Let's start with just doing the trim on these pauldrons. Yeah, the one on the right does look slightly brighter. No, I was going to use the one on the right as a highlight. I'm going to use the one on the left as the base coat, and then I'll highlight with the one on the right. What brand are these metallics? These are Ionic. These are Big Child Creatives Ionic Smart Colors. This is what they look like. They're really good. Like, really, really good. Genuinely, I think these are my favorite metallic paints I've ever used. Gonna need to switch to a smaller brush to get into some of these bits, I think. But you know what, I think I'll just... Ooh. Cat hairs everywhere. Wow. This is the problem with being into painting miniatures and having cats, chat. It's just cats. They exist. And even when they're not there, they are there. Genuinely. Wow. Also saved a teamwork multiple times with smoke. Really? That's fantastic. I'm gonna have to give those a try next time we play. Which I don't know when is. I don't know when is. I'm gonna wait until I get some news from Fat Shark Catfish about partner program stuff. Because I would like some cool stuff to share. Perfect. You also somehow got an achievement with hitting an enemy 50 meters away with a grenade and it counted smoke. Well, yeah, because you hit them. It's a grenade. Lol. Also, you really want to try out the 12 co-op mod for Space Marine. I also want to try out that mod someday. Maybe we'll do it next week, maybe. Depending on how much time I've got. I've just been on a bit of an Expedition 33 binge, chat, because it's my favorite game right now. It's so good. It's just like the most fun game I think I've played ever. Or at least for a good long while. I will say I'm not addicted to it. I just want to explore the story. Oh, hi Haru. The cat has returned. You know what's a pain to do? Handle a miniature while you're painting it. I should like get like a bit of blue tack or something to just stick it on, but I don't have anything like that. Or maybe like... Oh, I know actually. I just... Ah! You know what? Okay, I'm just gonna leave that to dry and then I'll come back and do it later. Yeah, the 12-player co-op looks very, very fun. There's time, chat. Where's my mouse? The cat returns. Could also paint these bits of gold trim. I don't think I'll get the skin done today, chat. I need to be honest with both you and myself. I think we can get the metallics done though. And that might just be enough. I'm painting off stream again. I don't mean to. It just kind of happens. Okay. I like these little demon heads. Okay. Just get in here and do these bits. What? Little demon head reminds you of the gargoyles from medieval times on Hilltop Mausoleum. I've not seen it, but yeah. Tag it. We have to pay $100 if we want to see the painting on stream. Wow. I mean, I'm not gonna complain if you'll want to pay $100 to watch me paint. Well, I'm not gonna complain. I don't know that I'm skilled enough to warrant that, but I'm not gonna complain if you'll want to throw money at me. Well, I think it's meant to be that kind of like gargoyle-esque kind of thing. I think that's the overall aim here. Such smooth paints there. Well, Pato, I will give you a bean. Just one momento. Let me finish this section of gold, and then I will bean you. I will bean you in but a momento. And this little rivet here. And then we have this little section. Okay. Come on. Music choppy. Okay, give me a second. I'll fix it. Okay. That should have fixed it. Let me know if there are still problems. And then I will also bean the pasta. But okay. Ooh. Sometimes I worry that when I do painting streams, I tend to ignore chat when I'm like doing something I really want to focus on. I don't mean to. Wow. Soon we will start painting the Slena Sea chat. I promise. But probably not this stream. This stream, I think I just want to focus on getting the metallics done. Because I don't know that I'm going to have time to do anything more than that, in all honesty. And even then, I don't even know that I'm going to be able to have time to finish the metallics today. But we'll have a good go at it. At the very least, get most of the base colors down. If nothing else. Okay. Oh, come on. Do the thing. Okay, let's do these bits. Okay. Okay, let's paint the Slanesh symbol. Just while we're here. Okay. Okay. Hey, Venomous. How goes the trouser snake painting? Pretty good, I think. I mean, we've not made that much progress, but I think we're getting the metallics done in reasonable time. Oh god, that's gone over the thing. I'm gonna have to repaint that later if this stains. Perfect. Yeah, I really like how these reactivate. They're very easy to tidy up if you spill over. They're good paints. Right, I think I'm just gonna switch to this brush. It's a good brush. How are you doing, Venomous? It's lovely to see you. Pat though. Pat the whole Slanesh symbol on flayed skin. Hi, Lean Jerry. Are you okay? God, that was a very weird first message. I don't know if that was a comment about the model or meant to be directed to me. Like, Jesus Christ. What a weird thing to say to someone. 9 minutes old account. Okay, cool. Random, but okay. Are they just being some cringe edgelord trying to, like, say edgy shit? Lol. Message deleted, purge. It looks cool but also goofy, I don't know. The slash symbol... No, you see, what this is it's a cloacia piercing, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how the snakes work, chat. I don't know how snakes works. I don't even know if he qualifies as a snake anymore with all these fins and gills and shit. Like, what are these holes here? Can someone tell me what they are? Are they meant to be gills or something? Are they his pee holes? Does he pee 6 times? One hole for waste and one reproduction. The snakes have cloacas. Yeah. So I guess that's what I think I remember someone on Reddit said that that's what this thing is meant to be. It's like a cloaca piercing or whatever it's called. I don't know how you're meant to pronounce that, in all honesty. That makes it even worse. I mean, yeah, that's the point, right? That's the point, right? Imagine Slanesh not making things worse. Imagine any of the Chaos Gods not actively making things worse. I'm gonna do my best to maintain a consistent distance from the camera with this fucking miniature. Because if I don't, it'll go out of focus and I don't want that. I feel like this gold is less smart than the silver I was using before. It doesn't feel quite as smooth in terms of how it goes on. Maybe that's just me though. Just gonna add some acrylic medium to thin this paint a little bit. A little bit more. I just feel like it needs to be a little bit more fluid. Okay. Okay. Okay, and we've got all these little gold, little bits of jewelry around as well. Hey, intrusive! Fulgrim the incarnation of femboy. Lol. Technically, depending on who you ask, I guess. Though that's mostly the memes as opposed to the lore, I think. But yeah, we're painting Fulgrim. He's a pretty fun model, to say the least. How are you doing, intrusive? It's lovely to see you. There is a lot of gold. I'll need to do at least 2 thin coats to make this look right. Thanks, I'm making you blush now. What did I do? Oh, is it the cake? Is it the cake? Are you? Is the bakery making you nervous? I mean, I admit, it's a very intimidating bakery. To those that don't squat, at least. Lol. I've had a pretty chill day. It's been nice. We've not gotten up to much. I won't lie. I like got up, posted some memes, and then I had a nap pretty much. And then I did some priming, I did some painting, and then I started stream. Then I made dinner, and then I started stream. Been a very relaxing kind of day, you know. Kind of day you need before you go back to start your shift at work in the morning. Wow. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. But alas, I have rent to pay and all that shit. Oh, you're a sweet bean, intrusive. Ah! I almost knocked my camera over. That would have been terrible. Okay. Everyone needs to go to work if only rent and food was free. I know, right? Wouldn't that be great? If only human beings had our basic standards of living just guaranteed by the society in which we live in. I would like to think that, you know, I just spend all my time painting Warhammer and hanging out with chat, having a good time. Alas, it cannot be so. Yeah. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I think full-time streaming is a very difficult ambition that most people who are much bigger than I am don't actually get to achieve. At least not without like living with someone that can also contribute to income and support them while they do that. But alas, I must do the job. Let's see. Okay. I think that's all the gold on this bit done. Might do a second coat here, actually. Okay. That's that bit done. What? Put that in the background there. What should I do next? I want to go over this bit again. The trim on this pauldron. do the inside of this trim, and then we'll come back to it once this is dried. Okay. We'll need to do a second coat once this is dried. Okay, what's next? Got some bits on the hair, we might as well do those now. I say some bits on the hair, it's these horns. You could say... I mean, no, he's not too horny because he's got 4 horns. Damn, that joke doesn't work. Wow. Oh, those in the background, those are some Emperor's Children I was working on earlier. His armor's going to be the same color as that eventually. But with, like, nice gold embellishments on it. I was working on those earlier this afternoon. Just some Tormentors and some Infractors. And a Kit-Bashed Lord Exultant. 2 Kit-Bashed Lord Exultants, actually. I'll show you them in a second if you want. I've only done the purple on the armor. There's more to do still. I'm not sure what color I'm going to do his horns. I need to have a think about that at some point. They seem really nice. Oh, thank you. I'm okay at it, I think. There are people that are way better than I am. But then there's always people that are better at anyone at anything. Whether it's one specific thing or like a specific variation on stuff. I don't want to do that. Okay. Oh. How do I want this to go? I wonder. I'm thinking of black ink there, but do I want this inner ring to be purple, or do I want it to be silver? I think if I leave it silver, it's a higher contrast. Yeah, I think I'll leave it silver. Just wash it down later. Now, the real question is, do I do the entire eagle wing? Hey, Fred. You painting Breaker Boys? Breaker Boys are cool. Well, welcome. Hanging out and painting orcs. That's cool. Breaker Boys are the melee guys with hammers. They're basically tank busters, but like melee versions. They have really cool models. Really cool models. Are you going to use them for kill team, or are you just going to use them for 40k? Or both? Wow. I have been borged. Lol. Hi. Good luck with the giveaway. It will be drawn later this month. Probably when I start streaming Lies of P. But I'm not going to do that until after I've finished Expedition 33. God, I love Expedition 33 though. Maybe I should just leave this silver. It'll probably look quite nice actually. Tried painting some Necrons, didn't have the patience. Necrons aren't too bad if you approach them the right way. Like if you spray them silver, it'll probably be okay. You can just kind of like dry brush them a brighter silver and maybe use a wash or something on them. Probably do the trick, I imagine. Need to do a second coat on this once it's dried. Will do. Oh, you know what? That's fine. It doesn't have to be that way. You don't have patience in general. You're or paint by someone else. You can't paint. Anyone can paint. Anyone can paint. It's just a matter of learning how to do things efficiently. I used to hate painting. In all honesty, I used to think it was the longest and most annoying part of the hobby. But ever since I started like looking at it a bit differently and focusing instead of like just painting, I kind of started looking at it as more playing with color. It became a lot more fun. And also doing things in the whole slap chop method was really good because you can build up a lot of nice looking miniatures very quickly for the tabletop, like nothing display level. But it'll look pretty good, especially for the amount of time you put into it. So don't be discouraged if you're not having a great time at first. Maybe come back to the hobby, to that side of the hobby at some point later. Who knows? You might find something that just clicks in your brain. That's why you're amazed that anyone has the patience to do painting. It's fun now. It's fun. Like once you get used to it, it's pretty fun. I honestly wish I had more time for it, honestly. I think it takes me ages to get anything done. Because I just don't have enough time in the week to make significant progress on my army. I think I'm not going to paint these eyes. I think I'm going to do these eyes in purple. I think that'll look quite nice. I like this pauldron-y, this like pauldron gargoyle here. I don't know how else to describe it. I know it's not a gargoyle, it's like a demon head, but like I think it's nice looking. It really like breaks up the relatively plain shoulder pads a lot of Emperor's Children have. Okay. I don't think I'm even going to finish the metallics tonight, honestly. There's just so much to paint. So much on this model. I'll come back and do a second coat on this at some point in the future. Speaking of second coats, I think I needed to do one on these chain bits. That overspill is really annoying. That's really annoying. Hopefully I can just go over it with the same paint. I hope I can at least. It's gonna be a nightmare if not. Good luck, Icy Dragon Bro. Good luck, Pato. You've also been having a weird thing going on where you've been listening to Weird Al Yankovic while playing Dark Tide. I mean, Weird Al Yankovic is great. You want a good way of Horus Heresy tank? Which one? Congratulations, that's cool as hell. Okay. Let's leave that for now. Cerberus heavy tank destroyer. Ooh, that's very cool. Very, very cool. Wow. We have people hands now. Not that you can really see them from this angle. Wow. I've not seen one of those in person before. But I know that a lot of the Horus Heresy tanks are pretty chunky. Try and get this toned down as well. Okay. You like playing Warhammer, but you find it too hard to find people to play with. See, I tend to I tend to just go to my local game shop and they just set you up with different people to play. But my local game shop is a Warhammer shop, so like it's kind of easy. You just have to like book the table in advance or book a table spot in advance, and then they'll set you up with people to play with. There are other places as well, but like I think that's the easiest one to go to. Okay. What else are we going to do? There's a lot of trim on that armor, so I'm kind of putting it off because I'm not really looking forward to painting all of it, if I need to be real with y'all. You don't have a local shop? Oh. The closest one is an hour and a half away. Oh god, that's a shame. That's a real shame. I'm sorry, intrusive. That must be a pain. But I mean, Warhammer is getting more popular. Maybe there'll be a new a shop near you that'll open. There's enough people there for it. Who knows? There's always the tabletop simulator option. That's true. Hey, Zira. Let me get you your beam. God, there's just so much on this model. Like, it genuinely just takes forever to paint. There's just so much. God, I love some of this patterning on the sword. It's so nice. Very intricate. But you're a little bit sad with your Necrons are gathering dust. You love Necrons. Have you considered just doing really like speed painting them? Like just spraying them silver? Like, yeah, just spraying them silver, coating them in Nuln Oil, and then just like painting the bits like dry brushing them with a bright silver and then just painting the bits green. That's how I'm thinking of doing my Necrons when I get around to them. That'll be like a more end of year-ish project, probably. Or midsummer project, late summer project, probably. That kind of overall time frame. After I finish all my Emperor's Children and the bits and pieces I need to send to people. Okay. Then we need to just do the pommel here. You try that method. We'll try tomorrow morning. It's late right now. That's fair. But yeah, super simple. And then just do like green, like just do a nice like fluorescent green on all the fluorescent greeny like gorse bits. Nice and easy. Gets them ready for the tabletop. all you really need, honestly. God, I don't even know where to begin with the trim on this breastplate. There's on the body arm. There's so much, chat. Like, look at this. There's so many intricate parts of this armor. The Tech Heresy communication has been fun searching for. Really? Is it like an Easter egg hunt? Because I've not played it since that event launched live. I just haven't really had the time. And I feel like with the events, you kind of just have to commit or don't bother. Okay. That's one bit of gold. Yeah, no, this model is probably going to take, like, the entire month of May to get done. Like, genuinely. It's just so big and there's so many parts. Still, I'm sure it's going to look nice by the time it is. At least I hope it'll look nice. I hope I'll do him justice. What next? What next? What next? This whole breastplate gold. I think it is. Let's see. How does it compare to... Yeah. Yeah, I think the whole thing is meant to be gold. Because the bit underneath will be purple. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense. Classic Chaos Conundrum, I know, right? When you think about it, it's pretty sad Fulgrim killed the Primarch that was closest to him. Same weapon that the Primarch in question gave him as a gift. Yeah, no, Fulgrim, that event is what broke Fulgrim. And some theorize that he never actually got his body back and that he's still stuck in that fucking mirror. But people aren't really sure. Like the way he came back just seemed very convenient. But then again, that's just sometimes how Black Library authors be. Sometimes. Yeah, I think doing it this way was probably the right call. God, it's so shiny. He clearly never got past that trauma as well, because otherwise he still wouldn't be holding on to Fireblade. But that's just poor little Fulgrim, isn't it? There's a hair on this miniature. Fucking cats, I swear to God. I know I've got tweezers around here. Do I want to paint this as the demon? No, it feels like it's a separate bit. Okay. Find that second coating on these first bits, I think. Oh, hey, oh ah. Band of Goblin, you later revealed that Fulgrim took his body back and trapped the demon in the painting. I'm aware of that, but I'm not entirely sure. Demon had it for a time, but it was 5D chess, moved by Slanesh to push Fulgrim to his lowest low. He would accept her offer just to escape the guilt. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of wonder if like if they'll do redemption arcs for all the traitor Primarchs at some point. I mean, they've already said in the lore that it's on the cards. The question is when and how. When and how. And who would actually embrace that option? I don't know if Daemon Fulgrim has the sense of self to even consider it. Which is a shame. I think Mortarion would. Potentially. We know that Horus did. That seems like endgame Warhammer lore you Corn would love. Out from their cages. I think Angron would just like to die, honestly. I genuinely think that he just really would like to die. He would like the nails to stop biting. And the nails are still part of him even as a demon. And as a mortal like as flesh and blood, they were also something that kept him alive, which is really fucked up. Like the butcher's nails are like the most fucked up thing I think Warhammer has ever done to an individual. Just in terms of how it integrates itself and straight up replaces parts of the human brain. You do hope something with the Fulgrim clone down the line. Yeah, but like it's in the they usually don't touch things like that from specific authors. They usually like to just let authors create their own sandboxes in the 40k universe. What do I owe chat? A bean and a ploof. What ploof shall we make intrusive? You shall be Timkin. Oh, you meant Magnus? Yeah. You are bored. You can be hugged. You can always be hugged. Did you know that you can exclamation point hug at someone in chat? And you will give that. You can give them a hug. You can thank Callus for creating that little feature. Okay. I wonder if Fulgrim is just covered in Eldar spirit stones, or if they're just gems. I feel like it would make more sense if he'd stolen Eldar spirit stones when fighting Eldar. You have to do exclamation point hug, but without the without the O at the front, lol. You need to give Magnus part of his soul they shoved back into Janus. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think they will. Well. Is Janus even a real person? I feel like that's a question that needs to be asked. Is Janus even real? Who is Janus? Are they like a real character? Are they still around? I feel like they're not. I feel like they couldn't be. That could have gone horribly wrong. Actually, the amount of trim on Fulgrim isn't actually that bad. I feel like my word bearers were way worse. I think that's what I quite like about the Emperor's Children as a painting project. They just have some chaos trim, yeah. But like, there's not actually that much, relatively speaking. It's all quite well well adjusted, it feels like. There's no over embellishments. Yeah. Now one of the OG Grey Knights of Malcador. Yeah. But like, he's got a Primarch soul in him, right? He can't surely survive having a Primarch soul in him. Or if he can, he can't really be a regular Astartes anymore, can he? Like, so what even is Janus anymore? God, I love this black metal. It's just so shiny. Okay. What else are we doing tonight, chat? I need to do the gold here. This little crab claw on the end of the whip. It's such a cute little fucking touch that they gave his little whip a little crab claw.
out! Here
Oh,
they
shit!
come!
Toby
Oh my
Yoshi
God.
just raided with 11 viewers.
God, I got fucking jump scared by the goddamn raid alert. Hi. Welcome. Hi, Toby. How you doing? How was your stream? What are you up to? It's fine. I was just like zoned in. I was just like, oh my God. You had an amazing debut. I'm glad, Toby. I'm glad you had a great time. Welcome, Raiders. I'm Tiger. I like Warhammer, in case you couldn't tell. This is my cat, Haru. I will pat out the cat, though, if you ask me to. How are you doing? Painting is going slower than I'd like. We've done a little bit of metallic and mostly gold base coats. So I knew it would take more than one stream, but now I'm thinking it's definitely going to take at least 3, probably 4 to get this guy done. He's just a big... He's just fucking huge. Like, we've got his torso, it goes on here, and then it just... There's like face, and then just all these bits, and it's a lot. It's a lot. She is a lovely little floof. Let me get you a shout out. I know I have mods. I don't think they've probably gone AFK or something. Which is understandable, because I need to take care of my mods. I'm glad you had a good debut, though. What did you get up to? Be sure to show Toby some love. You were playing some repo. Mods on modding. Mods might be having a shit. Let's be real. Everyone, mods on in chat. Cause a ruckus. God, I'm actually starting to feel kind of tired as well. But I'm not gonna end anytime soon. I mean, I say that. I want to finish the gold. But there's a lot of gold left to do. There's a bit of me that thinks I might do some parts off stream. Like, just so I don't have to double down. Like, little bits of correction and whatnot. Instead of, like, doing the whole thing on stream. Just because it takes a long time. I think, like, one-off bits I might still do on stream, just on stream. But, like, things I have to repeat over and over again, like, for example, skin tones and whatnot. I might, like, do the art, or, like, leather and bits like that. I might do bits of that off stream, so I only have to do it once on stream. That's what I'm thinking, at least. Just so that I don't end up not doing all the things I want to do. Because I have a whole army I need to paint in time for this tournament. But I also want to paint Fulgrim. Wow. This is the problem with not being a full-time streamer. You just have to actually have a day job. God. One day, streaming will be my day job, I hope. Just because then I get to just spend my day hanging out with the lovely people in my community. It's rough. It's like time, I think, is always the worst thing. Like, there's just never enough time for anything, it feels like. Just in life. And not just when it comes to streaming, just like in life in general, don't you think? Like... It is the most finite of resources. What is that? I think that's just a bit. That's the thing. Okay. God, there's still more. I thought I was about to finish this section, but I found another bit of gold. There's so much gold! You gonna stick around while you wind down after a long day? Thank you, Toby. Thank you for the luck. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. And thank you again for sharing your community with me. I haven't played Repo in a hot minute. I should figure out a collab for it at some point. Ooh. That could have gone horribly wrong. Maybe things like second coats and whatnot I'll do off stream as well. Otherwise, this will just take forever. Forever? Wow! Words. Okay. Now, what bits do I need to do in gold on the jump pack? Jump pack? His wings. Wow. This paint is starting to dry out. I'm going to do my best to use all of it without having to add more, but that probably won't go that well. Well, maybe it will. This smart paint is really good, honestly. Like, genuinely, I think some of the nicest paint I've ever used. Why are they called smart paints, though? I am once again painting off stream like a dummy. I don't mean to. I'm just fucking terrible at shit sometimes. Wow. Well, I have terrible spatial awareness. I think I'm just gonna need one more drop of this paint and a little bit of medium. It's so, I don't know how to describe it. It comes out very, what's the word? It feels very thick, but like, it has a strong surface tension. Viscous? Is that the word I want to use? It sounds like the right word. Don't know if it is, but it sounds like the right word. Like, it's very thick, and it holds shape really well. So it doesn't, like, drop out of the bottle, despite being in a dropper bottle. Unless you, like, squeeze a lot out or tap it against another surface. still, it does make it quite easy to control. Which is a good thing, right? Okay. Let's finish doing this up a bit here. And then we'll just coat that bit there. Hey, Fan. How you doing? It's always nice to see you. Are you having a nice day? I hope so. Oh. You decided on a new phrase you want to say to people that annoy me. I hope your main gets nerfed. I love that. That's amazing. God. Yeah, no, that's great. I love that. That's an amazing phrase. Holy shit. But what if they don't play video games? This is the one problem. The one problem. Ah. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I goofed. I'm so glad that this paint, like, just reacts so well to just being diluted. Because even if it's just a yellow tint, that kind of works, honestly. That should be fine. I goofed. But that's fine. Hey, Wolf! No, you're fine to stay. Painting's going okay. I just goofed a little, Wolf. It's lovely to see you again. I did a little goof. But it's fine. I fixed it. We're just doing some gold paint on Fulgrim. He's a big miniature, so I don't know. We're probably not going to do much more than what we're doing. I think probably when we finish the gold on this backpack, it might be a sensible time to stop it. Because it's going to be midnight in 20 minutes and I have work in the morning. Wow. Also, no, Wolf, they're... But you aren't playing, so you can't really help it. That's fine, Wolf. It's okay. If you want to hang out, that's fine. But I get if you want to just, like, focus on Expedition 33. But you don't need to go. Like, if you just want to hang out. Tomorrow we're going to be playing some Space Marine 2 because I've got a little collab planned with some other Warhammer friends. Bonk. More bonk. Lol. Yes. The hammer is an addictive thing. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Why is it called midnight if it's actually morning? Wait, what? I mean, it's midnight. It's because it's like the opposite of noon, right? Though midnight is often not technically the middle of the night. Wow. You're a sweet bean, Wolf. Uh... Okay. Okay. What more do I need to do? God, there's so much on this model. Like, so much. But I think we're almost finished with the gold stage, chat. We're almost finished with the gold stage. How's the painting going? It's taking much longer than I wanted it to. But, you know, it happens. We're almost finished with the gold, and then I think that's we're probably gonna have to wrap up for the night because we have work in the morning. But we'll keep going. We will keep going until this bit is done. I thought we'd be able to finish all the metallics tonight. I think that was probably a bit naive. I think I should have just focused on doing one thing at a time. If I just lay down some base layers, I guess that's enough. And we'll keep working on the metallics next week, probably. Doing all the highlights and shades and all that stuff. I'm enjoying these smart paints, though. Like they feel very nice to use. They have great coverage, which is very nice. How are you doing, fungi? You having a nice day? Wow. I have been hugged. Now, midnight was a term used by old time in war when the change of the guard would happen. Later, the king used it as a term to keep from being out on the streets. Oh. Well, that's a cool random history fact, Wolf. But yeah, I reckon it's gonna take us probably about 3 weeks to finish Fulgrim. Probably a little bit more if I want to be honest with myself. He's a big boy. But we've only just got a little bit of gold left to do. I'll probably do a second coat off stream at some point for all this gold, but I don't think there's any point in you guys having to watch me do this exact same thing a second time. But, you know, that's just me. Maybe some people want to watch me do the same thing a second time, though. Okay. Wow. Hugs. You playing Repo? Ah. You're hated when you play Trivial Pursuit. Why? Is it because you just have random facts and you just win? I think it's cool when you know random stuff, you know? I wish I knew more random stuff. Like, I'm only autistic for like fucking Warhammer and stuff. Most of the time, information just goes in one ear and out the other. Which is fine most of the time, but sometimes when you really want to know something or obtain some information, my brain is just like, nah. Don't want that to be here. Then other times it'll just be like, oh, stuff you don't care about. Okay, hang on to that. But why, brain? Why are you like this? What did I do? Okay. There's one more thing I just wanted to go over one more time. This needs some inside bit done. And then what? If you fuck, you fuck. Master Oogway probably. Lol. Most of the time you know a lot of things. Myth, history. They're not that big when it comes to Monday. Yeah, in fairness, Monday trivia is all about celebrities and stuff that really doesn't actually matter. Whereas like more classical history, like and that kind of trivia is, you know, that kind of stuff was important. That's why we know about it in this day and age to an extent. But no one's going to study celebrity culture of the late 90s and early 2000s. Like, yeah. I don't think anyone will they? Actually, I say that. Someone will probably come up with a way of like, doing a degree based on that. Like a media studies degree or something. Or like a sociology degree. Focusing on the impact of celebrities on everyday people or something like that. I can imagine that happening at some point.
Do you hear the voices too?
Blue
Ah!
Lobster 492 just followed.
Thank you, Blue Lobster, for the follow. God, I'm getting jumped. I'm just. Why am I getting jump scared so much today? It's by my own notifications as well. By my own alerts. I think it's just because I keep focusing in on what I'm doing, even though what I'm doing isn't really that big a deal right now. I think, yeah. I think that's all we can do for the night, unfortunately. I sadly do have to go to bed. So tomorrow, I'm going to be doing some more campaign in Space Marine 2 with Froggy PhD and Glacial Geek. Having a nice time with them. It's nice having you around, Wolf. You never thought what is a hot pot or what sleeping with should be history. It shouldn't be, but I'm sure to some people it's incredibly important. I'm sure to some people it's incredibly important. So I think we did okay. I mean, we got the metallics kind of done, mostly. Still a very, very big fan of this like iridescent green-blue, metallic green-blue we've got for the scales. Big fan of that. Truck fact. Man was the first one to break the 500 hit point barrier. Oh, you mean miles per hour barrier with its F90 18-liter V10. What do you mean by that? Oh, horsepower. God, I don't understand car stuff because I don't know how to drive. I used to be really into watching Top Gear, but I don't know that counts, honestly. Blah. Let me find someone who's doing some Warhammer stuff. You raid into McCage's. He's a good egg. Or maybe we should raid into Visit. Visit's doing some cool mech stuff. We've raided into McCage's not that long ago. We raided into Irradiated Rat last week, so I'm thinking, yeah. Yeah, let's raid into Visit. Actually, do I want to raid into Visit? How long have they been going for? Rat's been going for 6 hours. Rat's definitely ending. Oh, Jeffson. I kind of want to raid into someone who's doing some painting stuff, though. Actually, I guess it's been like a month since we raided into Mick. Oh, they're painting something really cool. I have one of those. I should probably paint it at some point. Top Gear was a funny show. Top Gear was a... Hammond was... I always thought Hammond was my favourite. Wipe Show? I'm not entirely familiar. I mean, I remember he had that massive crash when he was driving one of those really fast cars. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. We're going to be doing some Space Marine 2 with Froggy and Glacial. Should be a fun time. I hope to see you all there. I hope you have a fun day, night, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you tomorrow, I hope. Yeah, be good. Or don't. What?